focus on what is the most popular hex package, which is poison. I think that says something about how people use Elixir, maybe? They use Elixir for JSON. Poison is an incredibly fast, pure Elixir JSON library. I think it's interesting that for Ruby, the most popular one might be Nokogiri, which is for XML, right? I don't know. This has 2 million downloads. There are 3,000 packages available on hex.pm. It doesn't seem like an incredible amount. So I was interested in Poison because I wanted to see what the directory structure for a typical hex package might look like. So coming from the Ruby world, Ruby has a very sort of structured directory structure for gems, and a lot of that is because that gets auto-generated for you when you create a gem, when you create the template for a gem. And I think that may be true in Hex as well, although I'm not necessarily sure. Did you? Is there a Hex like create package?
Yes.
There is. Okay.
There is.
And it generates the whole directory structure for you, live, and then well, yeah. Let me show you what Poison looks like. So,
I was actually thinking about that. Sorry, not to interrupt, but
yeah,
I was thinking about that before I came over here, and I couldn't exactly remember what it was. Like I Googled for it, and then I ran it.
Yeah.
And then it worked. And
Okay.
then I never had to deal with it again.
Yeah.
So, and then I just wrote code,
Right. Let me try to get this whole tree on one screen. Oh, I compiled it since the last time I ran tree, so now there's a bunch of other stuff in here. Well, that's annoying actually. Let me do this.
Kill the compiled directory.
I'll go to a new make dir new. Change dir new. And then paste. Yeah. Alright, so this is what a non-compiled directory structure of Poison looks like. And it looks very much like what a Rails gem would look like. The thing that I'm most familiar with. The version file, the README file, the license, that's all the same to me. And the lib file, or lib, however you want to pronounce it, is where all your code goes, right? And in lib you have the name, a directory that is the name of your package, and also a file that is the name of your package. And also tests. That's very much like a gem as well. And then you have your dependency management files. Also very much like Rails. So that's comforting to me that everything looks pretty much like it would look in the technology that I'm most familiar with. That's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to touch on. But let me dig into some Poison code. Well, first, let me do this. README. I like this sentence. Poison is a new JSON library. It came out in 2014, so pull request probably for that. JSON library for Elixir, focusing on wicked fast speed without sacrificing simplicity, completeness, or correctness. I feel like JSON parsing is notoriously difficult to really get correct. It feels like every library out there has their own idiosyncrasies, but yeah, the code in here doesn't necessarily look that complex. So I want to get to the parser. one thing is that they declare their error up top. That's not a convention that I would have known about. Their custom exception. And they're using the sort of the parsing pattern that they're using is binary pattern matching. So you can see here we're pattern matching on the a slash to start with.
Quote. Yeah, just a quote.
Oh right, yeah, that's what. I liked this piece of code. So we're pattern matching on, we want to grab the first character off of the thing that we're parsing, and this is how they're determining whether it's a number. When car list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What about 0? What happened to that?
Yeah, where is 0? I have no idea. Yeah. I guess it's right here. Interesting. All right.
We find a bug.
Yeah. Well, I guess if a number is starting with 0, do you really want to? I mean, it's sort of you can throw that away, I guess, right?
I can imagine.
What if it's like 0.1? Is that
Right.
But you can get blame on that.
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
getting that
that's
was that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is number 8, right? So like a manager is not going to have an adjustment.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah.
number frag,
Number
right?
frag is an adjustment.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay. So number digits count, and here you see that they're doing when car in. So maybe they wanted to do when car in up here because they wanted to restrict it. They didn't want to match on 0. It feels like there is a kernel method for determining whether something is a digit, but
Are they matching on the first character in that, right? So an integer would never start with 0?
yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
So I'd be
Yeah.
curious, like, what happens if you have some JSON that's just like key, and then the value is like 01. I guess I don't know. And then you try to like decode that into a map.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of interesting stuff in here in terms of parsing, right? A lot of interesting patterns for parsing things. And it feels like it's fun code to read. It doesn't feel inaccessible to me. There are no macros in here that I can see. And so that makes it accessible, I guess. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I really had. Poison.